The following program is sponsored by World Vision.
If you had a chance to do something life-changing, to do something that would truly make a lasting difference in the world, would you go for it? Well, I'm here to tell you, you can. Stay tuned. You're about to see some incredible stories of children and survival. And along the way, you may discover how you can do something extraordinary, how you can change a life and change your own.
My sister and I got sick and she almost died.
I work from 6 in the morning until 6 at night, but we still don't have enough food.
I live alone because I have no family.
He forced me and he hit me. They told me they would cut my throat and kill me if I tried to leave.
Today, millions of children in our world are in danger. They're dying of hunger and preventable diseases. They're orphaned and alone, struggling just to survive. Tragically, far too many of them are exploited and forced into child labor because they have no other choice. Here's Tanya Mimi reporting from Cambodia.
I grew up on a beautiful sod farm in Waynflete, Ontario, and I had an extremely blessed childhood. I think my biggest problem was trying to figure out who was going to get the spoon with the most cookie dough on it between me and my brothers. But in a village just like this, right outside the city of Phnom Penh, and there's many of them, this is where children live not only their childhood, but their entire lives. Their houses are practically rotting away. They have nothing but contaminated water. And the worst of it is that they're pushed into child labor, just so that they and their families can make enough money, if they're lucky, to survive just one more day. Early every morning, Peril pulls a cart through town hauling water for neighbors. When it's full, the tank weighs about 450 pounds. She's 11 years old, but about the size of an 8-year-old. She lives in this wooden house which sits over garbage and waste. After doing morning chores, the hardest part of her day begins. Instead of going to school, she goes to work in a brick factory all day long. It's hard, tedious work, often in temperatures above 35 degrees. Each family gets paid by the number of bricks they load. Peril's mom is getting older and weaker, so she needs Peril and her sister to help.
I wish I could go to school, but I need to make money to buy food for my family.
So this is what Peril does every day. She grabs 4 bricks per hand. These are very sharp and awkward. 5 pounds a hand. So there's 10 pounds of bricks right here. Takes the bricks, puts them on the truck, and she has to meet a quota of 10,000 bricks a day. When Peril's father got very sick 5 years ago, her mom Poonmak sold their land and possessions to pay for medicines and doctors to help him. He eventually passed away, and she was left with a mountain of debt and 4 girls to raise. So they came to the brick factory 3 years ago, and Peril went to work to help them survive.
I don't know what to do. We are so poor. I just want my daughter to be able to go to school and to be educated so she doesn't have to work in the brick factory like me. She has no chance to play with other children. She only works. She never smiles.
Peril dreams of becoming a teacher. But if she can't go to school, that's impossible.
I'm afraid that I won't be able to work enough. We owe other people lots of money. I work from 6 in the morning until 6 at night, but we still don't have enough food.
It's hard to believe the weight of worry on this tiny girl's shoulders. Sometimes it's too much to bear. When I hold Peri's little hands and I look at them, I can only imagine how much these hands have endured. Much more than most of us in an entire lifetime in Canada. This is not the way that any child should live. And we can make a difference. World Vision is helping to fight child labor and prevent these horrible abuses. They've opened schools, launched programs to protect children's rights, and are providing income-generating opportunities for parents. Sponsoring a child in a World Vision community helps ensure that a child has the chance to pursue their dreams. So if you've ever thought about sponsoring, sponsor today, not tomorrow, but today, so that you can make a big difference in a little child's life.
On my recent trip to Bolivia, I saw children who are in constant pain and at risk of death. And the reason might surprise you. World Vision worker Zemberto Maldonado took me to this crumbling mud house high in the Bolivian mountains. Inside, I met a mother named Antonia and her 5 children. 10-year-old Irma seemed especially happy to see us.
Boy, this one gives you a big kiss.
But I soon discovered a lot of pain and hardship behind this little girl's smile. Irma's father abandoned the family 1 year ago. They have no electricity or warm clothing, and at an elevation of 12,000 feet, the nights here are bitterly cold. Food is scarce. 1 meal a day of boiled potatoes is all they have. There's no money for meat or vegetables. Irma's scared she'll have to drop out of school like her older sister. All the girls have to earn money to help support the family by doing odd jobs for neighbors. This family is on the edge, and Antonia's biggest worry is that her children are constantly sick. She's distraught that there's so little she can do.
My husband left us and I have no money. Even the children have to work doing whatever they can so we can eat. They've been so sick that I've had to sell off our sheep to get them medicine. Now there's nothing left.
Irma and her sister Maritza took me to see the source of most of their sickness, their drinking water. They get it from a muddy creek.
When we look after other people's sheep, we're out in the pasture all day and we get very thirsty. We have to drink the same water the sheep do. It makes my stomach hurt all the time.
But it's a lot more serious than a stomach ache. The children can become critically ill. The bacteria causes severe diarrhea, which is responsible for over 1/3 of all child deaths in Bolivia.
When the children drink the water, they get so sick. They get bad rashes on their faces and all over their bodies from washing in it. But I have no choice. For most of the year, it's the only water we have. I don't know what else to do. We are suffering so much.
Still, Irma and her sisters go to the same polluted creek every day. They need this water to live, but it could kill them. Irma is just one of millions of children who have no choice but to drink filthy, parasite-ridden water. 5,000 of these kids die each day. That's 2 million a year. However, when you sponsor a child, one of the things you can change in their life is to provide safe, clean water. You can be sure that your dollars will make a positive, lasting difference. I know, I've seen it time and time again. So if you have ever thought of sponsoring a child, this is the time to do it. Right, Irma?
You've probably thought about sponsoring a child before. Please don't put it off. The need is more urgent than ever, and children's lives and futures are in danger. Now is the time to call. For only about $1 a day, you'll help change a child's life by providing things like clean, safe drinking water and access to health care and an education, as well as seeds and tools to grow food. Your gifts, together with those of other child sponsors, will help create a better future for all the children in the community. World Vision is a Christian organization that has been transforming children's lives for over 55 years, and we're the first choice of Canadians who want to help the world's children. We serve the poor in nearly 100 countries, regardless of religion, race, ethnicity, or gender. Call now or go to worldvision.ca. Choose a boy or a girl, their country, age, and even their birthday. In a few days, you'll get a photo of your sponsored child and their personal story. You'll get a brochure with answers to your questions and a financial accounting of how donations are used. We'll send you an annual progress report and an updated photo every year so that you can see just how much your sponsored child is benefiting. You can exchange letters, and we'll even send greeting cards throughout the year to make it easy to stay in touch. Sponsoring a child could be one of the most meaningful things you ever do. But know that if your circumstances change, you can cancel at any time and be assured you've made a world of difference.
To sponsor a World Vision child, I think it's inspirational. I was very fortunate to go on a World Vision tour in El Salvador. I saw firsthand that World Vision is making a difference, and there's no question about it. I think just the smiles on the little kids' faces, for me it was hope. It was just about someone in their lives making a difference.
Don't wait. Sponsor a child now. Change a life. Change your own.
More than 1 million children's lives are being transformed through World Vision child sponsorship, and Mary Simon is just one of them, thanks to her sponsors, Helga and Bert Wolter.
We've been sponsoring now for, I think, 15 years. That's probably one of the best things that we have done. It's amazing to change. What struck me about Mary in particular was that she looked so tiny when she was at 7 years old. And now you see her at 11. I think it's a tremendous change in the last 4 years. Good food together.
This is just very touching. And there's so much love in those letters. You really feel that those kids, they are very thankful for the support. They go to school and their life changes.
We start to appreciate that these kids have a lot of potential, and if they get the right help and a little bit of encouragement, that they can do a lot with themselves. And that's very gratifying to see that.
Mary is doing very well in school and hopes to be a teacher herself one day. Regular visits from World Vision health workers make sure she is growing up strong and healthy. World Vision also supplied specially treated mosquito nets to protect the entire family from malaria. Thanks to income-generating projects in their community, Mary's father has opened a small tailoring business. Bert and Helga, we're making you something extra special. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're working hard here, both of us, and it's obvious she's the boss. This is what Mary has made for you. It's a little hanky, and she worked really hard on this today. She's been working for several days on this. Many drawings that she's going to send back to you, and I hope you enjoy them.
Thank you. It makes it so worthwhile to see what a little bit of money can do, and it isn't a lot of money. It shows an incredible big return on a very small investment.